Thank you for joining me today. This is an open meeting to offer some consultation services to Ubisoft management. My name is Jerrel, and I have provided consultation services to major companies like Nikon, Canon, Fujifilm, and served as public relations manager for the photography industry in Australia. Now, when it comes to brand management, marketing, and product planning, you need someone on your team who not only has a deep understanding of the history of your industry and is not only in touch with the modern landscape and the customer base, but also has a vision for the future, past, present, and future. If you do not have those things, you will alienate your audience and your business will stagnate. Today, I will offer my consultation services pro bono, because gamers around the world still want to see good games in the intellectual property that are owned by Ubisoft. In response to the wishes of gamers that I have heard from around the world, I will waive my customary 12-month retainer and offer advice directly to Ubisoft management. First, recently Assassin's Creed executive producer Marc-Alexis Cote admitted that Ubisoft does not know where gamers are and does not know how to reach players with its games. This is extremely important. If you do not know where your customers are, if you do not know how to reach your players, then you need to hire an individual or individuals who can fulfill those requirements. You need a strong leader who has strong understanding of what audiences around the world want and expect from your products. You need someone who knows how to find your audience, can communicate, listen, and hear what the audience wants. Then take that information, bring it back to your office so you can make informed decisions about your product development and your brand management. Your brand management officer needs consultants who can offer this level of genuine insight. You do not need a yes man. You do not need a monetization manager. You need someone who can listen to your audience and understand the current technological landscape. You do not need diversity hire for this. Au contraire, hiring someone with special pronouns and blue hair will achieve the exact opposite of what you need right now. Hiring an activist for this role will further damage your credibility and put you further off track when it comes to brand management. There is a strong chance that this role will best be filled by a male. He may be straight, he may be white. Here's the most important part. If you want to be successful, you need to hire team members based on how appropriate they are for the role, not based on their gender, race, or political activism. Secondly, Ubisoft has built its team to develop Assassin's Creed from new hires who have never made a video game before. Over the past months, it has come to light that more development studios and publishers have been hiring based on gender, skin color, and political activism instead of talent, skill, or psychological suitability for the workplace. The result of this hiring malpractice is plain to see. Companies are producing games that customers do not want and will not buy. So, the solution to this is very simple. Hire your game developers based on talent, skill, and psychological suitability for the workplace. Gender, skin color, and political activism have proven that they do not contribute to a good product. It does not matter how someone identifies or what gender they are, as long as they are talented, skilled, and can contribute to a healthy working environment. That is who you should hire. At this point, it sounds like your development teams are ill-suited to produce the large AAA experiences that customers expect. This brings us to our next issue: bloated budgets and development periods. This is a direct result of hiring incompetent staff to perform highly specialized and skilled job roles. Let me pose you this question. Let's say you are flying on a plane to go overseas. Who would you prefer to pilot your plane? An experienced pilot with years of experience who has proven he functions well under pressure, or a political activist who knows nothing about flying a plane, but will instead lecture you on gender politics? Maybe, given enough time and money, that activist might be able to learn how to fly that plane, but that plane will crash long before they figure it out. Do you want to be on that plane while that activist tries to learn how to fly a plane for the first time? The reason your projects are costing significantly more money and taking more time to complete comes down to your staff, experience, skill, and talent. Those are the things that allow developers to work efficiently and create games. A developer with years of experience, with natural talent, and with developed skills will develop a significantly better product much faster than an employee who is fresh out of college and has never made a game before. Do you want to spend more money, waste more time, and produce an inferior product that your customers will not buy? Or do you want to spend your money wisely, hiring skilled developers who can make your product better and faster? In this situation, it would be advisable to perform a company-wide performance review. It is important to determine how well each employee fulfills his or her roles, how appropriate they are, and how much they contribute to the end product. If a team member does not contribute at the level which a skilled and talented team member should, they are ill-fitting to work on a big-budget AAA title like Assassin's Creed. Clean house of ill-fitting team members, then rebuild your team by hiring skilled, talented, and psychologically suitable people, and get rid of any workplace practices that prevent any constructive criticism. Lastly, short-term revenue source. It would be advisable to put into place a strategy for short-term revenue source while the development environment undergoes restructuring. For this, you require a strong brand manager with vision and understanding. A strong product planning team would likely determine something like a mobile gacha game in the hero collector genre, based on well-known Ubisoft-owned intellectual property, like Assassin's Creed, would be a viable source of short-term revenue. A gameplay loop focused on parkour, free running, competing with millions of players around the world for a high score while collecting new heroes from the entire Assassin's Creed franchise would be a decent option. Secondly, creating remasters of older titles and bringing them to modern platforms would be a low-cost and low-investment source of short-term revenue. Fans of older titles such as Rayman, Driver, and Heroes of Might and Magic would be interested in seeing older titles enhanced and brought to modern platforms. With a development team of competent, experienced developers, these projects would take significantly less time and budget than big AAA releases, and will have a much higher chance of significant return on investment. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this consultation will help guide you in the right direction so that you can make the course corrections necessary to once again be a relevant and respected leader in the games industry. I've been Jerrel Dulay. Thank you for your time.